Hey everybody, Ken here with another lantern video for you guys. I finally decided to get back to my beacon here that I started restoring ways ago back. But as you can see, it's a nice fall day. I'm outside, it's beautiful, I'm not sweating, I'm not under any pressure. So I finally decided to get back to this. Like I said, sorry, I apologize for the delay in getting back to this, but here we are. One of the things wrong with this lantern is it's missing the pull tab for some reason, which I don't know why, but to me it's kind of a big deal. I like a complete lantern. So I went ahead and I ordered a spare from W.T. Kirkman. Now it's not the same exact looking one that you have on a beacon, but it'll work. It'll be fine. And so in order to replace this thing, I'm going to have to pop the crown off of this here lantern, and I'm going to show you how I do a replacement on these. Okay, so what I do is I use like a utility knife or some sort of knife usually, and what you got to do is you got to get under these tabs, and you want to be very careful. You want to straighten them out. Start straightening them out. You want to pop them up off the surface very carefully. Once you get a little bit of space in there, you can kind of usually work a needle nose pliers into there to start bending them a little further. And it's probably got to go just a little bit more. Maybe I'll try the back of the knife there. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then you got to be very careful. Try not to break these things, but you want to bend them up as straight as possible. And if you get them all nice and straight, the crown will just slide right off. Just work your way around. I got one. And there's the next one. There's a lot of paint still under there. Probably gonna have to do a little more stripping on this while I get it off. Make it easier while it's off, but yeah, just bend these up a little bit. It's getting a little breezy out here. A nice fall day in October. And just slightly bend that up there. Alright, that's 3 out of the 4. And the last one is going to be a little bit of a troubled one there. That's actually got some paint. That's actually still got some paint under there. I might have to scrape that out of there. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a... Okay, here it comes. It's freeing up. There we go. Yeah, that's fighting me a little bit on that one. A lot of paint residue on there. Just scrape some of that off. And this one has a little bit of extra bend in it for some reason. I don't know what happened there, if it got dropped or something, but I have to bend that one back a little bit this way. Okay. Not too bad. Straighten them out the best I can. Okay, now, with all good luck ahead of me, the crown should kind of lift off of here. I might have a little bit of coaxing it off here, but you know, still some paint in there, I believe. I think the paint is holding that right there. Alright. It looks... Wow. Looks like it wants to go, but it is just not going to go. Alright, forgive me for pausing a minute. I actually had to get a tool here. I had a piece of stick laying around here, and for some reason this thing is like really fighting me, but I was able to get half of it off here, as you can see. And I just have to, there we go. They normally come right off real easy. I don't know why that fought me so bad. But anyway, so now that I got this off, what I'm going to do is strip strip the rest of the paint off of here and straighten it out a little bit. See, it's a little bent. I'm going to straighten it out the best I can. And also, while I got these tabs exposed, I want to straighten these out the best I can with the pliers. And that way it'll go back on real nice and easy. Okay, so give me a few minutes and we'll return. I'm going to strip the rest of this paint and then we'll straighten her out and put her back on. Alright, back here again. So what we did is we got most of the paint off of here as best I can, and kind of sanded it up, roughed it up a little bit, because I'm going to be repainting this again anyway. And also while I was at it, I noticed the backside had a lot of rust. So what I did is I basically just took my drill and wire brush and wire brushed it out really good, and then cleaned that up. And then after that I had a can of that high heat stove paint, and just shot it with a coat of that just to help protect it so it doesn't rust up again. And also straightened it out a little bit. Took my jeweler's hammer and well, it didn't sit exactly flat. Now it sits really good. I just took out the little bend in it. It had a little bend in it. So we're pretty ready now to reinstall our pull tab. And what I did here is I got a piece of tin already pre-cut. What this actually is I believe they call them old workbox mounting clips or something like that. You actually get them at like your big box stores in the electrical department. They look sort of like an E. It comes in like a they're very cheap, and this is like the perfect tin for doing this. I actually had a couple sitting around here, and I actually done this a couple. This is probably like the third or fourth one I had to do. But so yeah, what you want to do is you want to cut a piece of maybe a couple inches long by the width of you know, whatever the width of the slot on the top of the cap is, and also want to make sure that it fits through your pull tab. So yeah, so what I do is I just kind of put it in the pull tab centered like that, and then what you want to do is you want to fold it. You want to actually fold it in half. Is what I end up doing, like this, kind of making it go around the pull tab. And then what you do after that is you just kind of stick it right in here. And I made it a little tight, probably a little tighter than it has to be, but whoops. Okay. Yeah, what we could do is, what we might have to do is we might have to just trim this a little bit, but I happen to have my pliers here my shears here to do this. So what we'll do is we'll just trim it just a little bit of that off of there so it goes in, and that may do it. I usually make these things tighter. Okay. Yep. So that works. So then it's still kind of fighting me a little bit, but what I usually do is just shove this all the way in as far as you can up to the. Might even want to pull it. Might even want to get another pair of pliers and pull this down. All right. I got my other pair of pliers here. Let me grab this here, and let me just see if I can wiggle this down in here. And kind of the tighter the better for this. You want a nice tight fit. Yep. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like from the top. And we got it through the hole. And now the bottom, what you want to do is you want to spread these open on the bottom. And what I do is then you want to kind of curl them backwards so that this isn't going to pull out on you. In other words, fold them again. fold it over again on itself. Yeah, kind of like something like that. And then you probably want to flatten them out the best you can too. But that's why we got the hammer for that. What I would do is just kind of flatten them down. You know, you might have to get a block of wood. All right, so what I got is here's 2 blocks of wood here, and then you might just want to use that to kind of hammer it over the best you can in there. And as you can see, it's kind of, it's maybe not the best looking job on the inside. It's pretty hard to do, but it's not going anywhere. Nice and tight. You can pull on that thing, and looks pretty much like a factory job. And that's pretty much how that's how I kind of install these pull tabs on these here. So I think what I'm going to do is wrap it up for today, and I still got to do a lot of paint stripping here. As you can see, there's still a lot to be done, but I'll do that off camera, and I'll get back to you guys when I have that done, and we'll take it from there.